Googling. What? I need to turn on comments here. Oh yeah, can you all hear me? And see the screen? Sorry about that. There's that. What sport did which country invented which sport? Thank you, Mandy. Oh yeah, and hi Stephen, Helen and Ruby. And hi Mandy, sorry I forgot. My head's not fully with it. Okay, England has often been at the forefront of creating and codifying games and sports. Cricket, football, rugby, darts, badminton, boxing, table tennis, squash, and even baseball all have English roots. Knew about the football. I thought rugby was Irish or Scottish. Darts. I'm surprised. Hang on. Shouldn't that have been in loads of countries? What's the oldest sport in the UK? Polo is perhaps the oldest team sport, with the first recorded tournament in 600 BC. Wow. Between the Turkmens and the Persians, the Turkmens were victorious. And the first game in Britain of hockey on horses was organised on Hounslow Heath in 1869. New England, that's USA. Basketball was invented by James Naismith, a Canadian, in Springfield, Massachusetts in 1891. Volleyball was invented by William G. Morgan in Holyoke, Massachusetts in 1865. Why do I keep saying 19? Paintball was invented in 1981 in Henniker, New Hampshire anyway. Which sports were invented by which countries? Aha. History of sport. And why has England invented so many sports? The sporting influence of Britain is clear to see, but how and why did Britain invent so many sports? And why did these sports become popular across the world? The reasons are a combination of the Industrial Revolution, Britain's public schools, and the British Empire. Hmm, that's interesting. But we invented all these sports and we don't seem to be good at any of them. That was netball, if I remember correctly. Um, how was netball invented? The origins of netball can be traced back to 1891 when Doctor James Naismith created the game of basketball. Although basketball was originally designed for men, in 1892 it was adapted for female students with the aim of maintaining female etiquette. So essentially done to still be a lady. That makes no sense. That truly makes no sense in my head for some reason. Ew, what did I just do there? Oh, he's on stream. Yeah, I've done something. Ooh, comments. Hello, Mick. How are you? I'm also trying to get this on my phone so it works properly, so I can see the comments. Okay, can't get into it on my phone. Definitely. Hello, Seth. How are you? Oh, what am I knocking over there? What was the first name of netball? Hang on. Yeah, a different name. Women's basketball as netball was originally known admit as an individual sport in the late 1890s when the rules of dribbling were admitted and the ignorial I cannot speak today. Then again, I can't speak most of the time. Rules for women's basketball were established. Okay. Essentially, basketball gone wrong. Ah, I keep pressing the wrong button. Which sports were in the ancient Olympics? Ooh. The ancient games featured many competitions that still take place in the modern Olympics, such as foot races, jumping, discus throwing, javelin throwing, wrestling, the pentathlon, a combination of the previous 5 events, and boxing. Giles, what are you doing? Do not go near that wire. Do not even think about it. Okay, I've got a cat's tail in the way. Oh shit. Mum's done that one. Okay. Love you, love, darling. My sister has just arrived. It's Wadsworth. And Rich. Wrong button. Rich. Sports were invented in the no. Netherlands. Which sports were invented in the Netherlands to get rid of the Olympics? Okay. Football is the most popular sport in the Netherlands, with field hockey and volleyball as the second and third most popular team sports. Speed skating, cycling, tennis, and golf are the four most widely played individual sports. Which sport was invented by the Netherlands? The Dutch also enjoy such a commonly known sport as tennis, gymnastics, and swimming. And commonly known but popular in the Netherlands are the sports of korfball and vliegjippen. Korfball was invented in the Netherlands in 1901. It is often compared to basketball and was created to include both men and women. Yes, poetry was to do with Emperor Nero. And the only way you can get out there was to pretend you were dead. What way to get out the Olympics, pretend to be dead? What's the Netherlands' main sport? Football. I want to know what this sport is. Ah. Oh, translate. Ow. Long lips, that is. Okay, I definitely need to know what this sport is now. What is hang on. Yeah, shit. Ah! No, I accidentally forgot to add myself again. Oh, lost the light again. Oh, what's in my pocket? Can you hear me again? Please say you can hear me again, otherwise I've got to do some more figuring out. Just because I press buttons. Yes. Hang on. That's good. Thank you, Steve. It's because I started pressing buttons. Oopsie. Ah, shit. Hide. Oh, that's better. I'm hiding. Okay. That is like jumping. That's good to know. Okay. Get rid of the Netherlands. Oh. What's that win something? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, headbands. No, cycling. What is head wind? Headwinds are similar to climbs in the respect that you're required to put in greater effort. So it pays to drop down a gear to maintain a smooth, fluid pedaling. Hmm. Oh, let's type in USA. USA. Let's see what words. Yeah, we know about American football. I do not understand that at all. Oh, it's, oh, no. What is going? What is JUKSK? Yeah. Wow. Jessica is a 281-year-old folk sport Afrikaans well sport developed and played in South Africa. Okay, what is it though? Oh, is it? Oh. Wooden ski pedal. Okay. Duke ski is believed to have originated around 1743 in the Cape of Good Hope, South Africa. Developed by transport riders who travelled with ox-drawn wagons, they used the wooden pins of the yokes, African Duke split yoke and ski divider of the oxen to throw at a stick that was planted into the ground. The game was also played during the Great Trek. It was also played by farmers from foreland on beaches. Duke ski became an organised sport around the year 1939 when the first unions were established and rules were formalised. Wow. Okay, pronounce Yik-ski. Yik-ski. Okay. And at the moment, I am having a roll-up, so that's why you keep hearing a lighter. Okay, so the Yik-ski. The sport is traditionally associated with the Afrikaans, and in 2001, it was chosen by the South African government as one of the sports to be included in the Ignious Games project. Since then, the game has started to gain popularity with young people of all cultures. There is usually a team of 4 players, of whom one is the captain, but can also be played in pairs or singles. Yik-ski in South Africa is played at schools, clubs and provincial level, and there is an annual tournament in Kroonstad in the Free State. Yik-ski is also being played in Namibia and the USA. The 3 countries are affiliated to the International Yik-ski Federation. Yeah, it does sound like bowls with sticks. Oh, could just go Wikipedia of sports. But no, we'll do. Okay, so
Pretoria, the administrative capital of South Africa. To the south of the city, on Monument Hill, stands the Voortrekker Monument. Inside, the world's largest marble frieze depicts 19th century mass migration from the British-controlled Cape Colonies to settlements in the northeast of this land. Aside from founding the Boer republics, which now form 5 of the 9 provinces of modern-day South Africa, those Afrikaners on their great trek brought with them the sport of Yuk-ski.
It's a family sport. The origins of Yuk-ski lie with the trekkers in their ox wagons.
I don't think I ever played that sport in school. In school, did I? No, don't think I did. I remember that because I would get people's money.
Yuk-ski was a way for families to play and take part in something fun together.
It's thought that the game can be traced back to the 1730s when it was invented by transport drivers, delivering timber used in the construction of Cape Town's fort. Yukskai only became official in 1939, when the sport's first governing body was founded and a set of rules drawn up. Its name derives from the Afrikaans for the yoke of the ox wagon, the juk, which is placed in the ground as the target. The pin, the object that's thrown, is called a sky. The distance between a thrower and the target depends upon age and gender and ranges from 11 to 16 meters.
It's a game of skill, and it's very important to have good coordination. I think
Hello, Louise.
Yukskai is one of the most strategic sports there is. For a player to be able to both aim and throw the sky over such a long distance with control takes a lot of practice, and
I think I actually played that in primary school. Because we did have a South African PE teacher.
coordination.
Hoeveelheid coördinatie.
One of the sport's greatest exponents is Elna van den Berg. She took up Yukskai at the age of 7 and is now South Africa's most capped player, male or female.
It's great because it's always a challenge. Yukskai is not an easy sport. You always have to give your best, and that's what makes it fun. I really like it.
The game is also played in Namibia and Zimbabwe, where its roots go back over 50 years. While international matches do take place, the sport is primarily a club and provincial affair. The Yukskai National Championships, the highlight of the Yukskai calendar, take place each year in the town of Kroonstad.
It's a very sociable sport, and it's great for meeting people. Being able to form friendships with people from all across the country is one of the best things about Yukskai.
Matches are played in either pairs, threes, or teams of 4, and the aim is to be the first to score exactly 23 points. Each player throws 2 skies. Landing it within a radius of 18 inches of the yuk scores 1 point, while knocking it over is worth 3. However, if your opponent also knocks over the yuk, then the 3 points are cancelled out. If a player exceeds the 23 points, then their total reverts to 0. Historically, games used to last for days. Rumour has it that the longest took 4. But now matches have a time limit of 45 minutes. However, time is not
It's an income.
Historically, games used to last for days. Rumour has it that the longest took 4. But now matches have a time limit of 45 minutes. However, time is not the main concern for Yukskai players of today.
The problem is that this is not a sport that generates an income. In rugby, soccer, and cricket, spectators pay to watch the games. We don't have that. All the money we need is generated through player donations.
In 2001, Yukskai was chosen by the South African government as one of 7 sports to be included in the Indigenous Games Project, a program identifying traditional sports that needed to be encouraged and developed. Yuksai's inclusion in the government's Indigenous program has seen the game's popularity expand across all cultures. And while many see it as a game for old people, newcomers of all ages and backgrounds are challenging that stereotype by taking up the sport.
Certainly, I think I will play for a couple more years until I have to use a walking stick, because the bug has bitten me, and I really like Yukskai.
I don't like it.
All I can say is that I'm sorry I discovered the game so late, because it's a great game, and you get to meet some good people. There's no racism involved. It's like being part of a big family.
Having been around for over 250 years, and with the government attempting to safeguard the sport's future, what now for this traditional South African pastime?
We must work hard at getting the children to play, because they are the future of Yukskai. I mean, we are all getting older, and some of the players are getting too old to play. We must get the younger kids involved so it doesn't die out.
Okay, that was interesting. That was interesting. Okay. What is oh, just put what I put that in. Let's see what other sport can come up with. To the policing. What is the which time in South Africa? Okay. Okay. What is the sport? What is the sport in Greenland? Sports in Greenland. Okay, cross country, kayaking, fishing, snowboarding, ice climbing, ice skating, and rock climbing. Associated football is the most popular international sport of Greenland. It was brought to Greenland by the Danish settlers. Because of their climatic conditions, Greenland is unable to support any grass pitches, so games are played on artificial turf. What is Greenland famous for? Greenland, the world's largest island, lying in the North Atlantic Ocean. Greenland, Kalaalleq Nugat. I know I butchered that. It's noted for its vast tundra and immense glaciers. Although Greenland remains part of the Kingdom of Denmark, the island's home rule government is responsible for most domestic affairs. Ow. Mongolian darts? What? Okay, I need to find out what that is now. Mongolian. Mongolian darts. What is the split in darts refers to the acrimonious in 1993 dispute between professional darts players and the game's governing body, the British Darts Organisation, resulting in the creation of a rival dart circle under the banner of the World Dart Council, which eventually became Professional Darts Corporation. Okay, just what? Oh, what? Is what? What? Is Mongolian invented? History of wrestling. In the 13th century, introduced Mongolian wrestling, which received royal patronage, and wrestling became the national sport of modern Iran. What's what sports was invented in Mongolia? Traditional or regional sports? Yak polo, a Mongolian variation of the sport polo, played on yaks instead of horses. Below, Takiyoki, Tabligit, Telkupai, also called Da hockey, Dor hockey, a team sport unique to the Da ethnic group in Inner Mongolia that has a lot of similarities to field hockey. Okay, what's this sound? Intelligent, quick stuff. Okay, why can't you milk a yak? Oh, what sports involves animals? Let's see. Like, okay, we've got sled dog racing. Sled dog racing is a winter dog sport most popular in the Arctic regions of the United States, Canada, Russia, Greenland, and some European countries. It involves the timed competition of teams of sled dogs that pulled a sled with the dog driver or musher standing on the runners. Greyhound racing, and got to quickly put full screen for a sec. What the heck? Okay, we will get to that one in a sec. Greyhound racing involves the use of greyhounds. We already spoke to horse racing. Horse racing is an equestrian performance activity typically involving two or more horses ridden by jockeys over a set distance for competition. Okay, cockfighting is a blood sport involving domesticated roosters as the combatants. The first documented use of the word gamecock, denouncing use of the cock as a game, a sport, pastime, or entertainment. Yes, it should be widely condemned. That's another sport I saw on here. that could also not exist, but it doesn't still in some parts of the world, which is just disgraceful. Poor animals. Okay, dog fighting is the type of blood sport that turns the game and fighting dogs against each other in a physical fight, often to the death, for the purpose of gambling or entertainment to their spectators. That is just disgraceful. That goes back to full screen. So for a little bit, I'm not going to be able to see your comments. Foxes are small to medium-sized omnivores, essentially eat anything mammals belonging to several genera of the family Canid. They have a flattened skull, upright canicle ears, slightly pointed upturned snout. Okay, telling us all about foxes there. Fox hunting. At least this has been banned in the UK. Fox hunting is in England. This consists of chasing down and actually killing the hapless fox, and elsewhere it merely drives the terrified animal underground. To suggest fox hunting is about pest control can be dismissed by the fact that hunts have been caught capturing and raising foxes purely so they can be hunted. Oh no, that is bloody cruel. That is bloody cruel. Rodeo. Rodeo is a competitive equestrian sport that arose out of working practices of cattle herding in Spain and Mexico, expanding throughout America and to other regions. Isn't that where they have a horse that hasn't been broken in? Dog agility. Dog agility is a dog sport in which a handler directs a dog to an obstacle course in a race for both time and accuracy. Dogs run off leash without no food or toys as incentives, and the handler can touch neither dog nor obstacles. Cat agility is a sport that involves cats going through several agility obstacles led by their handlers. Cats are judged on their level of skill. Joust would be good at that. If we've gone out window before. Okay, camel racing. Camel racing is a sport in which jockeys riding on camels compete against each other to finish a set number of laps around a circular racetrack. It is most popular in Western Asia, North Africa, the Horn of Africa, Pakistan, Mongolia, and Australia. You can use your child jockey. That's also robots now in some places. Animals in sport. Because sports have played a huge role in society, it is not surprising that we as humans have included animals in some sports, but sometimes to their detriment. Obviously. Animal racing. One could argue that racing is not cool and animals are kept in relative comfort. However, greyhounds and race horses, some cool sports involving animals. Bullfighting. This blood sport has probably been the subject matter of more protests from animal rights groups than any other. Yeah. Hair coursing. Hair coursing, thankfully, this sport, I like the fact that it's in brackets, is completely outlawed. It involves dogs chasing hares. Surely, if one enjoys watching animals chasing others and obviously killing them, oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Bear shows, what? Bear shows. Bears in captivity were trained to fight, dance, ride bicycles, and other types of entertainment for people. Bear baiting is a blood sport where bears are pitted against dogs for entertainment. This practice has been condemned globally due to extreme cruelty. That's, at least it's been. Why is there so many of these sports where animals just go against other animals just for the entertainment of us humans? At least that is illegal and humane sport, like at least they. At least it's illegal. Okay, bear baiting is a blood sport in which a chained bear and one or more dogs are forced to fight one another. It may involve pitting the bear against another animal. Until the 19th century, it was commonly performed in Great Britain, Sweden, India, Pakistan, and Mexico, among others. Bloody hell. Bloody fucking hell. Please tell me there's no more blood sports, but knowing us humans, there more than likely are, and new ones more than likely being invented at the same moment in time. Okay, bike touring is a sport in which one or more dogs tow a bicycle that is also pedaddled. Not read that word. By the owner. This new form of exercise works with an approach. Okay. Yeah. I'm not clicking on the circus because they do not keep their animals well. That will piss me off. Canicross is the sport of cross-country running with dogs. Originally in Europe as off-season training for the mushing community, it has become popular as a standalone sport all over Europe, especially in the UK and the United States. Canicross can be run with one or two dogs, always attached to the runner. I've never heard of this sport. Yeah. Never heard of that. Not clicking on that one. That's going to annoy me. Dog parkour. Huh? Dog parkour combines dog agility with the sport of parkour through jumping, climbing, balancing, crawling, and other exercises. Oh. Fishing, still fishermen. Sri Lanka, fishing with nets. Mexico, fishing is the activity of trying to catch fish. Okay, fish are often caught as wildlife from natural environments, but may also be caught from stocked bodies of water, such as ponds, canals, parks, wetlands, and reservoirs. Okay. Dressage is dancing horses. How do they get a horse to dance? I feel sorry for the horses. Okay, dressage riders move horses through a series of carefully choreographed movements and patterns. The United States dressage. Blah. Not doing hunting. Lizard racing championship. What? Horse racing takes place around the world, as does greyhound racing. Dog sled racing occurs in northern climates. It says lifting racing championships. That's. I'm now upset. I need to find. Oh, I need to find lizard racing. Oh, bye, Saf. No, Steve. I've never been fishing. Seems like such a boring sport. I'm going to go up so I can catch up in the comments. Isle of Man. Yeah. Why can't you? Yeah, well, you know. They never hit it. What the heck? So it's a summer sport. More than likely. Go to one now. Have this. I'd watch Olympic rodeo too. It'd be quite fun. Careful what you look for, Kirsty. There's some nasty. Yes, I know there's some nasty stuff out there. Especially when I Google certain things off camera. I'm so glad I didn't Google them on camera. Let's just say. What is the most common animal sport? Okay, I'll get to this bit. If you're wrestling, what sport? Okay, another country. Oh, Canada. Canada. And okay, 4 Olympic sports you did not know were invented by Canadians. Lacrosse. Canada's official national summer sport. And what? So, wheelchair rugby. That was invented. What? Javelin sports, okay. In the land of true north, strong and free, Canada has been one of the most innovative countries in the world. From the universally loved peanut butter to more bizarre inventions such as bagged milk, there's no doubt that Canadians have invented many creations that changed our world. Okay. My brother-in-law has been, and I have no clue why. But there you're sitting there with a rod in the water, just waiting for something to bite. I'd rather watch river monsters. Okay, these creations includes popular sports that we see loved across the world. Some of them you might be expected, but some of them may surprise you. Okay, hockey. Ice hockey is recognized as one of the two national sports of Canada. More specifically, it is the national winter sport. The origins of ice hockey have always long been debated, but in 2008, the International Ice Hockey Federation officially declared that the first game of organized ice hockey was played in Montreal in 1875. Now, that is a violent sport where you're essentially ramming another player on an ice skate. Did they have padding back then? I really hope they had some padding, because otherwise just hockey on and rugby on ice, in a way. Okay, lacrosse. One of the oldest sports in the history of North America as well, the second national sport of Canada. Lacrosse was a sport that was originated in the First Nations across the Federation of International Lacrosse. This game was first played in St. Lawrence Valley by the Algonquin tribe in the 1630s and was simply known as stickball. During this time, the game later spread to other tribes in the eastern half of North America, as well as the western Great Lakes. During 1636, a French Jesuit missionary named John de Griffith documented this game and named it lacrosse. Fast forward to 1834, lacrosse was then demonstrated by the Caughnawaga First Nations in Montreal. A Canadian dentist by the name of Dr. William George Beard was fascinated by this game and founded the Montreal Lacrosse Club in 1856 and decided to modify the rules and the fundamentals of the game. By 1860, lacrosse had been dubbed the title of Canada's national game and has been prominent ever since. Could have been invented by a fisherman, Mandy. 5-pin bowling? What? A variation of the popular 10-pin bowling, 5-pin bowling uses 5 pins arranged in a V shape and much smaller ball. The origin of 5-pin bowling started in a humble 10-pin bowling alley in downtown Toronto. Ran by a named Thomas F. Ryan, this was the first 10-pin bowling alley that was opened in Canada. As he was running the club, many members had begun to complain that the 10-pin game looked too long to compete, and that was standardized to 16-pound balls were too heavy. Okay. Too long and too heavy. Okay, after some long thoughts, Ryan had his father reduce the pins used by half and constructed a much smaller ball weighing around 2.5 pounds. This ball had no holes and could be held within the palm of one's hand. With this reduction in the pins used, Ryan had also changed the rules of the game in order to better accommodate the amount of pins used. By 1909, Ryan had tested his 5-pin variation long enough for it to be officially established, and by 1910, Canada's first 5-pin bowling league was formed. Hello, Paul. How are you? Oh, yeah, and how are you, Mandy? Steve, Helen, and Ruby? Sorry, I forgot to ask. American football invented by Canada? What? Well, that's not going to make Americans happy. Boy, Hadwich. How are you? Okay, despite being called American football, this sport was actually originated in Canada. But why it was named football? Well, it's a bit harder to explain. In fact, we have an entire post dedicated for it. Although American sports history often states that the first football game was between Rutgers University and Princeton during 1869, the sport had completely different rules than what we have today. For example, teams would consist of 25 players on each side. During this time, Canadians were also playing football, but had a completely set of rules. In 1874, Harvard University invited Montreal's McGill University to play against them, but the rules of American and Canadian football were entirely different. Okay, instead of playing by one, instead of playing by one set of rules, they decided to have the team play 2 games, one with American rules and another played with Canadian rules. The first game was played with Harvard rules, which was a game that used a round ball and resembled soccer more so than the football we know today. The second game was played using McGill's rules, using an oblong ball that we now associate with football. After the games, Harvard team liked the Canadians' rules so much they adopted the rules and introduced them to Yale the following year. After that, the rest was history. Basketball. Okay. Loved internationally, basketball is one of the most popular sports in the world. Developed by the Canadian-born physician James Naismith, basketball was developed in 1891 at the YMCA, International Training School in Springfield, Massachusetts. Word quickly spread about this new game, and many associations contacted Naismith for a copy of the rules. Eventually, Naismith published the official rules of basketball in January 15, 1892. Soon after, basketball became a worldwide phenomenon, being played in countries all over the world, from France to Japan and every country in between. Basketball became a sport that everyone played. Yes, he's surprised us. Well, definitely me anyway. Okay, what sports were invented by... What sports did... Okay, new sport. New country. Japan. Okay, kids in Russia used to play a game where they hit a ball with sticks. Anyway, the following would be an example of Japan's traditional sports: sumo, judo, jiu-jitsu, karate, kendo, aikido, yakido, Dalkoni, Ikun. Sports in Japan. Drifting, motorsport, airsoft. Airsoft, also known as a survival game in Japan, where it was popular in a team-based shooting game in which participants eliminated opposing players out of play by shooting them with spherical plastic projectiles shot from airsoft guns. Why does that sound like the start of paintball? And korfball was in the Olympics? Wow. What's this one? Baniki Kiasu is a form of Japanese horse racing in which draft horses pull heavy sleds by sand ramps urged by jockeys balancing on the sleds. The horses used in the races are often either purebred or crossbreeds. Okay. Got a manga series on this drifting. Very good series of books. Drifting is a driving technique where the driver intensely oversteers with loss of traction while maintaining control and driving the car through the entire corner or a turn. The technique causes the rear slip angle to exceed the front slip angle to such an extent that the front wheels are parallel or something. Can't be bothered to read more of that. You'll have to click on it properly. Aikiden, a long-distance running multi-stage relay race mostly held on roads. Okay, a different form of the marathon from the sound of it then. Gate ball is a mallet team sport inspired by crochet. It is fast-paced, non-contact, highly strategic team game which can be played by anyone regardless of age or gender. Gateball is most popular in China, Indonesia, Japan, South Korea and Taiwan, with a growing presence in other countries. Aikido, abbreviated Ai, is a Japanese martial arts that emphasizes being aware and capable of quickly drawing the sword. Oh, sword sport. Ooh. Okay, Japanese martial arts refers to the variety of martial arts native to the country of Japan. At least 3 Japanese terms are used interchangeably with the English phrase Japanese martial arts. Okay. Judo is an unarmed modern Japanese martial arts combat sport. Olympic sport and the most prominent form of jacket wrestling competed internationally. Judo was created in 1882 by Kano Chiguro as an electric martial arts, distinguishing itself from its predecessors. That's it. Karate, also known as Karato, is a martial art developed in the Ryukyu Kingdom. It is developed from the indigenous Ryukyu martial arts under the influence of Chinese martial arts. While modern karate is primarily striking art that uses punches and kicks. Ooh. Okay. Keirin, literally race cycle, is a form of motor paced cycle racing in which track cyclists sprint for victory following a speed-controlled start behind a motorized or non-motorized pacer. It was developed in Japan in 1948 for gambling purposes and became an official spent in the 2000. That's more than likely going to say Olympics. Kendo is a modern Japanese martial art descended from Kenjutsu that uses bamboo swords, ninja, as well as protective armor. Good. It began as samurai warriors' customary swordsmanship exercises, and they is widely practiced in Japan and especially more than likely many other countries. Kickboxing is the full contact hybrid martial arts and boxing type based on punching and kicking. Kickboxing originated in the 1950s to 1970s. The fight takes place in a boxing ring, normally with boxing gloves, mouth guards, and shorts and bare feet, to favour the use of kicks. Okay. Another form of martial arts. Kyudo is the Japanese martial arts of archery. Kyudo is based on Kaijitsu, which originated with the samurai class of feudal Japan in 1919. The name of Kaijitsu was officially changed to Kyudo, and following examples of other martial arts that have been systematically for educational reasons. Nippon Kento. I read that as nipple for some reason, but there's no L. Wow, Steve. Okay. It's a Japanese martial arts founded and created by created by Minobu Wayama in 1932. Avika was a judoka who had studied under Kinra Manobuni, essentially karate, who would establish the Shinjo-ju School of Karate. There are multiple schools and groups based on the Nippon Kempo Association. Pang pong. It's a hybrid of tennis and ping pong. The name comes from the sound when the ball is being hit from one side to the next. Pan pong is played on asphalt with rackets made of wood, a soft tennis ball and net in form of wooden plank. Rules are similar to tennis or ping pong. Okay. Hang on, I'll be back in a sec. Hello, can you hear me again? I'm back. What the heck is park golf? Park golf is the form of golf played in a park that was invented by Miyazaki Horikawa, Japan in 1983. Aesthetically, it resembles a sport somewhere between golf and croquet. The competitive object of the game is to hit the ball into a hole with a club in the fewest strokes at the same time. Thank you, Mandy. That just sounds like a different form of golf. Now, shoot boxing is both a combat sport and a stand-up fighting promotion company based in Tokyo, Japan. Hang on. Organization was founded by a former kickboxer, Hida Takahashi. Okay, I'm going to make a roll while I think of this. Okay, shoot boxing. Shoot wrestling, okay. Seems like shoot. Definitely seems like shoot. Shoot wrestling is a Japanese hybrid grappling style and combat sport. Shoot wrestling incorporates techniques from various wrestling, submission, grappling, kickboxing, and karate styles. It was partially inspired and influenced by cat wrestling. Okay. Shoot fighting. Okay, we've got shoot boxing, shoot wrestling, and shoot fighting. All things that involve hitting someone. Okay. Shoot fighting is a martial arts and combat sport with competitions governed by the International Shoot Fighting Association, ISFA. It incorporates techniques from a multiple of traditional martial arts, the most principal of these being wrestling and kempo. Okay. Shooter. Okay, another one with shooting it. Oh, I can just roll it the wrong way. Okay, I cannot roll a rollie at the same moment in time, obviously. Okay, Shooto is a combat sport and mixed martial arts organization that is governed by the Shooto Association, International Shooto Commission. Shooto was originally formed in 1985, first as strictly a fighting system, and then in 1989 as a mixed martial arts promotion. Promotion. Okay. Soft tennis. What? Yeah, I think it does, but what is the question? Okay, soft tennis is a racket game played on a court of two halves, separated by a net. Soft tennis originated in Japan in 1884. Like regular tennis, it is played by individual singles or paired doubles, whose objective is to hit the ball over the net, landing within the combined of the core, obviously. That just sounds weird. Sport Gumahari. Sport picking up. What? How is that a sport? Picking up trash. Reverted to sport gomai is a sport invented in Japan in which teams collect garbage and litter within a time limit specified area. Invented in 2008. The first Sport Gummy World Cup was held in Japan in November 2023, won by Great Britain. Oh! We won! In a cleaning up competition? Okay. I thought that would have been won by Japan. Okay, sumo is a form of competitive full contact wrestling where a rikishi wrestler, attempts to force his opponent out of the circular ring dojo or into touching the ground with any body part other than those of the soles of its feet. Oh, so essentially no part of the body and touch the floor. Okay, Tengumi or Muto is a traditional form of wrestling from Okinawa. Oh my. Okay. That's invented some weird sport there. Litter picking. So essentially going around picking up litter. How is that a sport? Okay, that just baffled my head. I'd like to know how that's a sport. Okay. Change Japan to China. First recorded 2,000 years ago, Kuja is known as the earliest form of football. The popularity of the sport peaked in the Tang AD 618 to 904 and Song dynasties AD 962 12,079. 8 pieces of leather were stitched together to form a round shell. Okay. Okay. How in China invented every sport ever? Sports in China consist of a variety of competitive sports, traditional Chinese culture. Is there a list? Okay. Badminton is popular in China thanks to its relative simplicity in recreational use and inexpensive equipment. I can play badminton. Not very well, but I can play it. What? What, Mick? It's riots here. They're storming a migrants' hotel. Wow. Bandy. What sport is bandy? China started a bandy development program by organizing educational days in Yunkai in June 2009. They did not come as planned due to 2011 Asian Winter Games. However, China's national bandy team debate in the 2015 Bandy World Championship. What the heck is bandy? Okay, what is bandy? Okay, ow. What? Bandy. Okay. Hang on. Bandy is a winter sport and ball sport played by two teams wearing ice skates on a large ice surface, either indoors or outdoor, using sticks. Oh, essentially hockey. Ice hockey. When the sound of it. What's the difference between hockey and bandy? Okay. Unlike hockey, no play is allowed behind the goals. Play begins with a strike-off and each team is confined to its own half of the rink. The use of a ball instead of a flat puck makes bandy faster than hockey. Free strokes are given for penalties, such as for going over the middle line. Okay, so you can't move about the pitch. Screen share, back to sports in China. Okay, baseball was first introduced in 1864 with the establishment of the Shanghai Baseball Club by American medical missionary Harry William Bone. Okay. Basketball is the largest spectator sport in China. China hosted the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Oh, the game was introduced to China by the American YMCA worker in 1896, just 5 years after Canadian-American James Naismith invented basketball in 1981 while working for the YMCA training school in Springfield, Massachusetts. Okay. Since Yao Ming's 2000 arrival in the NBA, basketball has become increasingly more popular. Okay. Boxing in China first appeared in the 1920s. It's followed by some fans of China. Chess. Chess is a good game. Okay. Oh, I like curling. I like curling. I do like that game. Okay. Chess. China had a good result in the 2006 37th Chess Olympiad in Turin, when the men's team came second behind Armenia, and the women's third for the result overall. The Chinese progress has been underpinned by large government support and testing competition in numerous tough events. Consummate and commiserate. Okay. With its status, China currently has 700 players, second only to Russia. However, today's countries like Russia and Israel still have an edge in experience over their Chinese counterparts. Curling. I do like curling. And bandy legs. Okay, curling, although generally unheard of and unpopular, curling has been an improving sport for China to play. The government selected athletic individuals to play curling for China. I am not in the mood to read all that today. Got field hockey. And they won the silver in the Olympics in 2008. Okay, figure skating. China has been one of the top nations in pair events of figure skating. Xinghu Zhai Honorable were famous skating rivers in China. Okay, football earns one of the highest television ratings of any sport in the country. Okay, golf. I've been told I'd be good at golf on more than one occasion, but I will not, because I do not understand it, other than hole in one. I don't know what a bogey is or a birdie is in that at all. Okay, we've got lacrosse, motor racing, rugby union. Rugby union is becoming more popular sport in China than it previously has been. However, it's still not overly popular. China became affiliated to the National Rugby Board in 1997 and is currently ranked 67th in the world. The national team has not qualified for a World Cup so far. Okay. Snooker. I like watching snooker. Steve, this is someone I went to school with, a cousin, and some random person in the street, and someone else. I did ask why they thought I'd be good at golf, and they said I had the form for it, but I've never even tried playing or shown any form of golf. They more than likely could have been trying to chat me up, but why would you use golf? Speed skating, table tennis, ping pong, tennis, volleyball, wushu. It's a professional sport in China and it's also an academic field. What? The Chinese wushu, I think that's a martial arts for some reason. China is the most successful nation in the World Wushu Championship, having won 232 medals. Wow. 218 of them gold. Wow. Its first competition in 1991. Wow. Okay. A number of sports are recorded, including variations of village football, bat and ball, and handball games. I want just Wales, not England or Scotland. That too. Okay, we've got Bango is a team sport related to field hockey, hurling, shinty and bandy, which was first recorded in Wales in the 18th century. Okay, so it's kind of similar to bandy. Steve, what are we going to do with you? Capan is a Welsh form of Celtic medieval football. The game originated in and seems to have remained largely confined to the western counties of Wales, especially Carmarthenshire, Caledonian, and Pembrokeshire, according to George Owen. Welsh handball is one of the ancient native sports of Wales. It is related to Coelbal sport such as Irish handball, fives, and Basque pelota, and is possibly engine the ascendant of American handball. This sport has been continuously tested since the Middle Ages. Yes, Steve, definitely. Okay, I'm going to change it to Scotland. I'm not going to do England, because we seem to have invented loads and aren't good at any of them. Oh no, I went England. I don't want England. I don't want England. I want Scotland. Okay, Scotland's sporting traditions are legendary worldwide, and our impact on the world of sport is massive. We can lay claim to the invention or early development of several of the most popular international sports, including football, golf, hockey, rugby, and tennis. Oh, we've got silver in golf. Woohoo! That is good. Sports in Scotland, I'll just accept the cookies today. We can lay claim to the with Scottish Highland Games, and Scottish Highland Games. I've watched the video on that. That is good. Like a traditionally wonderful activity for those looking for something a little different. That's golf. Now, what? Scottish rugby? Oh, so that's different. Okay, Scottish rugby has a long and rich history, which perhaps surprisingly isn't dissimilar to football. Both rugby and football internationals were first played in Scotland. Both were Scotland versus England, and both took place on a cricket ground. Ah. Okay. Since Scotland took on England in Edinburgh in 1871, there has been a rivalry between our two national teams. Each year we compete for the Calcutta Cup, a tradition that has been held every year since 1879, with the exception of both world wars. Okay, the homes of the Scottish rugby is the Scottish Gas Murrayfield Stadium, one of the greatest sports stadiums of the world, and the largest sports venue in Scotland. Tours run both on and off season, but if you want to experience the real Murrayfield, there's nothing best to beat taking in a game. Face paint is optional, but our Scottish satire flag looks great on anyone. Okay, Scotland's rugby team competes in the annual Six Nations Championship, and the men's team has competed in every Rugby World Cup since it was founded in 1987. Scotland would be a beautiful country. Oh, so that's the pineapple trophy. Oh. At least I know that now. Calcutta trophy is the pineapple one. That's good to know. What the heck? I really should go out and be social because my sister's here. But as you can see, I'm not online. Saves me a headache. Saves me a headache. I love my sister dearly though. Okay. Now. Ew, what did I just do? I just pressed the button. Oopsie. I should not go pressing buttons. Oh. I don't know, Mandy. I don't know. I'll be back in a sec, just taking some rollies out. At least you're asleep, Joust. Okay. Scotland and Wales would be both lovely places to go cycling. Look at that. That is a lovely bit of land to look at. Hang on. Which? How do you spell trophy now? Okay. Trophy. Which trophy? Trophy has a pineapple. The Wimbledon's 2000. Oh. Since pineapple was a symbol of class in Europe earlier, it was used in the trophy. Oh. No. So you can just see the top of my head today. The pineapple was a symbol of luxury and hospitality in the Victorian era, something only the wealthy could afford. Historically, it was a popular motif at the time, but it doesn't really have anything to do with Wimbledon or tennis. So they put a pineapple on the trophy just because it was an expensive item. Furthest I've been up north, Steve, has been to Wolverhampton. Haven't yet made it up to Scotland. So back to Port of Scotland. Yeah. Okay, I will Google that and tell you. Steve, what is on top of the Cal. Calcutta. And West Turkey again. First. Okay, what is on top of the Calcutta Cup? It features a dome-topped lid with an elephant, two snake-shaped handles, and a wooden plinth inscribed with the words "The Calcutta Cup." Okay, so Chris Hoy. You know about Sir Chris Hoy. Got tennis in Scotland. When you think of Scottish tennis, one family immediately springs to mind. The Murrays, yeah. So Andy Murray, Jamie Murray, Scottish football, the home of Scottish football, golf in Scotland. Well, hang on. Sorry about that. Okay. In Scotland, golf belongs to one and all. You don't have to be rich or famous to take to the green. Okay. Not just the home of golf, but the birthplace too. So golf is Scottish. Old Course of St Andrews. Sandy Lie MBE. More golf. Hurling. And that's better. Curling in Scotland. In 1541, the notary John McCrane wrote of a challenge. Let's you joust. Where was that again? Order had taken place at Paisley Abbey between a monk and a relative of the abbot. Still did thee know that their exchange of passing stones across the ice was the birth of a sport that would be played for centuries. Although curling didn't make its debut until the Winter Games in Okay, that word I'm having trouble saying. Chayamix. In 1924, many parts of the world have been enjoying the sport for quite some time thanks to Scottish immigrants. Wherever they went, so did curling. Definitely the only cup with an elephant. Yeah. Scotland's presence in Canada saw the establishment of the Royal Montreal Curling Club in 1807, now the oldest sporting club in North America. The United States founded its first curling club in 1813, and before the century was out, Switzerland and Sweden were making the most of their perfect playing conditions. Today, curling is played all over Europe. Curling is played all over Europe and it's even spread to Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and Korea. But it's our Canadian cousins who are really leading the way in the sport. Curling is an exciting game that requires absolute precision. Players use continuous movements from long-handled brush to slide the stone across the ice. The object is to get closest to the circular target. Yeah, essentially sweeping the ice or mopping it. Shinty in Scotland. Scotland can lay claim to the birth of many popular sports, but far as history goes, it doesn't get any more fascinating than that of Shinty. The origins of Shinty date back to the 6th century when the techniques used to play a keen eye and deft throw were used to train ancient warriors in preparation for battle. Oh, essentially get ready to kill someone. Okay. Shinty is a fast, physical game where players have to score using a ball and stick. In men's Shinty, there are 12 players on each team, including one goalkeeper. Each player uses a carmen, a curved wooden stick to hit the small leather ball used to play. A well-shot Shinty ball can travel with the speeds of 100 miles per hour. Wow. You would not want to be hit with that. Canadian favourite ice hockey began life when the Scottish immigrant population of the Nova Scotia adapted the game of Shinty to be played on ice. Oh, Shinty Cups. First awarded in 1896, the Calumet Cup is the most coveted in the men's trophy event. For the women's teams, the Valerie Fraser Cup is the one to win. Finals for both cups take place in September each year. Definitely wearing kilts in some of these sports. Definitely. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna head off. Lovely chatting with you all. But I need to go find out what's happening. So, bye. Love you all and take care. And I hope you all have a lovely day. See ya. You're welcome, Steve. Definitely sounds like something you would wear underneath the kilt, Mandy. See you all at the bears. And